only for you.
Hello guys, welcome again to our live stream. I hope you had a very good weekend. So maybe it depends, right? In the country, maybe your country is Sunday, but here in Japan is Monday. Okay, so let's start with Bitcoin. And now we have today, well, actually I think now we have a monthly close in maybe 12 hours, I think. So let's talk about the monthly close, because actually this technical analysis is going to be about macro timeframes. Why? Because, well, we have a very important close right now and Bitcoin actually is doing very good. So let me explain here. Bitcoin, the key here is 20K. So if Bitcoin manage somehow close above 20K, November should be green. I am looking for maximum $23,000, 24. And maybe in 12 months, right? 12 hours, sorry. Potentially, we could see finally the first sign of buy signal in monthly. Potentially, yes. And if we see this buy signal, if we see this buy signal here in monthly, potentially, well, Bitcoin, the only thing it's doing here is consolidating here in the mid-55. That is actually very good. And the projection should be to the upside. Now, not because I am saying to the upside, that means to the moon. Well, at least November, December, maybe yes, maybe November, yes. So right now my projection for Bitcoin, based on if in the next 12 hours, I think is gonna close about 20K. I am looking for November, at least 2 weeks, November around $24,000. And the thing here is, the question is, if Bitcoin can close above 24K, so better 25, and if we see this close, yes, I mean, I can start telling you, potentially, maybe we will see the bottom. The bottom is around 17K, 18K. Now, that doesn't mean that Bitcoin will not crash. Of course, will crash, but I will start expecting, I will expect Bitcoin will just hold in 20K area again. Let me explain. The projection, if Bitcoin close below 20K, was like this, right? 10K, something like that. Okay, perfect, good. So, but remember, time is very important. In the monthly right now is very hard for me to be bearish right now here, because, well, the curve in any moment, maybe in the next 2 months, maybe this close or maybe next one, potentially we will see a buy signal. So that means, well, Bitcoin is gonna stop dropping here and it's gonna start in sideways here, and the projection is gonna be to the upside in monthly. So that means all November, December, January, February, March, I mean 6 months at least. So please don't mix the time frames here, not because I am saying Bitcoin is going to the moon. No, why? Because we have higher time frames and they are very concerning. Remember, as I said in my video, my prediction for Bitcoin in 2023. Okay, if Bitcoin closed this year below 30K, well, Bitcoin is gonna be in a big problem. Why? Because for example, if we see Bitcoin in December testing 27, 28 here very soon, very fast, it's gonna be a sell. and 23 is gonna be like that, and your 20k is gonna be destroyed. Okay, so the thing here is, if really we want to see this as a potential reversal or fake out in the higher time frames, because as I said before, for first time in the history of Bitcoin is doing something like it's not healthy in the monthly chart. We have to see Bitcoin above 30k by the end of this year. Okay, January 1st, we have to see Bitcoin around 34, 35k, something like that. So why? Because by doing this, if Bitcoin does something like this, it's gonna invalidate this better setup for the long term. I'm talking about the next 2-3 years of price action. Okay, so we have the 3-month chart here, 3-month chart. And let me show you here. It's still below the mid 21. As you can see here, it's around $22,000. So if Bitcoin close about 22 and better, as I said before, better for 2023, I will start. I would like to see Bitcoin above $30,000 by the end of the year. Okay, that is something I'm expecting. Okay, if I am realistic, well, that is the thing. Like, maybe it's not gonna be very funny for many people, because I know now they see some green candles here and they are bullish to the moon, right? So let me explain here. If we see this as consolidation here, because about 20k is changing, remember time is very important, right? Here, okay, the projection should be to the upside. Okay, good. Yes. The problem here, the only problem I have here is the weekly chart. The weekly chart is not very healthy. Why? Because, let me show you here, Bitcoin is printing here, yes, a potential bullish divergence right now, forming a bullish divergence in weekly chart. Yes, but the target should be around, well, if the trend is very strong, in the mid 21, around $20,000, and it's very, very, and if Bitcoin actually does something bullish, like very bullish, we have to see Bitcoin around 29k, 27k, around here, maybe by the end of November. Okay, the question is this realistic? I mean, this target is realistic. For me, it's very difficult to see Bitcoin around this level this year. Why? Because there is not enough time. As I said before, as you can see here, the forecast here, you see the bullish divergence is forming here. So in November, around November, by the end of November, December, we will know exactly if Bitcoin is it is a massive bull trap. For me, I am looking for something like that, or Bitcoin just gonna get rejected from $22,023, and after that, continuation to the downside. Okay, in both cases, the scenario is like this. Okay, it's like this, yes, but I will be very careful, not like extremely bullish, like, oh yes, Bitcoin all in 100x from here, 100k. No. And the problem is because Bitcoin is following the stock market. It's very sad, but the stock market is garbage. So that's why, even if we see this, there is not enough time, and potentially if the stock market crash, that is something I'm expecting, eventually this setup is going to be destroyed. So that's why I will be very careful here to be like, if you are very bullish, like, oh yeah, you know, I love green candles here, Bitcoin to the moon, yeah, be very careful here. So the projection is to the upside, yes. You ask me, Bitcoin is going to bounce, yes. The question is, the bottom is in. I cannot say Bitcoin is the bottom is in. The only thing is, if Bitcoin, historically speaking, if in November we see OBB above the mid 55 here, yeah, historically speaking, the bottom is in. Okay, pay attention here, because historically speaking, of course, I backtested this information. It's not something like random. For example, we have just 3 scenarios here: 1, 2, and potentially 3. As you can see here, every time when Bitcoin is above the mid 55 in OBB in the weekly basis, well, that is when the bottom is in, and you will have to wait maybe 6 months, and after that you will have your bull market, massive bull market. Here, 2018, yeah, after 3-4 months after that, 14k, right, from $4,000 to 14k, and after that, here we have potentially we will have this signal maybe in November. Okay, the question is Bitcoin? I mean, the question is, if Bitcoin gets rejected from here, usually the first test is a rejection, something like this. For me, this price action is looking more like 2015. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a rejection in the first test. So far, right now, fair enough, we have a bullish divergence. It's not very strong. Honestly, I don't like this setup for bullish divergence. When it's not that obvious, it's more difficult because many traders, they will be like confused, like, oh, is or not, right? So that's why if you ask me right now, the projection is to the upside. Yes, I am in long position. Yes, I am in long position 19K. So looking for maybe around 22, 23, maximum $23,500. If Bitcoin actually is very bullish, yeah. If we will see an extension, breaking 24K, we will see an extension to $28,000. So, but this area, honestly, for me, at least this year, is not realistic. So in my case, I am looking for potential maybe 22, 23 maximum, around there, whereas I made 21 here. And from there, well, the trend is your friend and the trend is to the downside, okay? So one thing here, if Bitcoin fires a buy signal here in the monthly, potentially with this bounce, potentially is enough, maybe it could be enough. For me, no shorts. I mean, it was very good shorting Bitcoin for 1 year. I had fun so far, one of the best bear markets, yeah. But the same here, right? When people were calling for 100K, I was shorting Bitcoin. When people now they are calling for 10K, and I will tell you something. If we see the buy signal here in that moment, I will change my projection for Bitcoin in 2023, and I will be very happy to say, I was wrong. Very good, Very good. Why? Because as investor, you cannot see Bitcoin breaking this level. Any close below 20K, especially in weekly, monthly, all the bullish momentum for Bitcoin after 12 years is. I mean, Bitcoin is gonna be. The damage is gonna be very serious. Okay, so that's why, as investor, if you are an investor of Bitcoin or long-term investor, you have to see the monthly. Yeah, in November or maybe December. So the question is, if we have this buy signal here, at least I'm expecting sideways here. That is very healthy. Yeah, I am not looking for more shorts in the long term, of course, in the long term. And I will change my strategy to start looking for positions in long. I am saying, please don't get me wrong. If you see this, that doesn't mean like Bitcoin is gonna crash. Of course, will crash in 1 day chart. Yes, fair enough. But the monthly is a very, very long term, minimum 1 year. Yeah. For example, here we have a buy signal here. We have a massive rally here, and after that major crash, testing the previous low. You see something like this massive rally here, and after that crash. So if we have this potential buy signal here, well, potentially we will see in the Q1 2023. A higher price here, maybe in next year, right? Next year, Bitcoin testing 30K, and after that, major crash, testing again $20,000 or even breaking. So the thing here is Bitcoin is not healthy as before. So that's why even if I see this buy signal, of course, no shorts, but that doesn't mean Bitcoin. The thing here is very simple. After 12 years, Bitcoin is losing steam. So, and that is my biggest concern. As I said many times, please, here from 2011, 2013, well, 50,000 pump. From here to here, 11,000 pump. From this point to this point, 16,000 pump. And well, now here, as you can see here, is decreasing, around 4 or 5 times. Less. So, if we see, okay, maybe 4 times around there. So 400%, if Bitcoin holds, right, 20K, should be around 80, 90,000 if Bitcoin holds this area. Now, for me, the biggest key is the MA55. I want to see Bitcoin closing about $25,000. Because for me, it's going to be a very good hint, like Bitcoin, yes, in the long term, not tomorrow, not in 1 week, maybe in 2024, is going to do something very amazing, right? Very, very good. But as I said before, I am very realistic with my technical analysis. So this is the bullish thing. Yes. Okay, good. So now the trend is your friend. Okay, the trend is your friend. Remember, weekly chart, monthly is for 1 year price action. Okay, weekly chart. We have to be realistic. Bitcoin is in downtrend. Okay, Bitcoin is in downtrend, not because I am saying the projection is like this. That means to the moon. Of course not. Remember my system, right? Every time when you see the price rising like this, bouncing like this, well, in a very strong markets, bear markets or bull market, whatever, the MA21 is gonna be the first target, and the second target is gonna be the MA55 here. So, but the trend is your friend. So from here, like this, okay, like this, and that's it. Okay, if Bitcoin breaks this area, of course, I'm expecting. If we see the monthly with buy signal, of course. For me, this drop could be a very nice opportunity to buy Bitcoin in 2023. Yes, but as I said before, maybe in that moment, I will. Well, I will be here, right? Everything is okay. I will be here. I will be with you, and we will be here together trading the markets. Okay. So right now, if you ask me, yes, is to the upside. Okay, to the upside, and as I said before, we have here bullish divergence here forming here. Actually, we have the bullish divergence right now in weekly chart. Now we don't see it here in OBB. We can see it. It's not the best setup for me for OBB. At least the target should be around MA55 here. So from this point and this point, this point and this point, and this point and this point. Okay. So the target should be the MA55. Yeah, that is my rule in a very strong markets. Well, let me 21 around $22,000. If Bitcoin can manage and close about here, no, it's not close. Must break very hard. We will see maybe $29,000. Okay, but level by level, please. And also here the 5-day chart. 5-day chart, what it's doing here is about to test MA21 here, as you can see here. The last time when we saw this test was in February 2022, 1, 2, 3 strikes, and after that crash. And here is my problem. Remember, timing is very important. Something like is missing for technical analysis, classic technical analysis, timing, right? They are more worried about the triangle, the rectangle, how it's looking. But well, what about the time? It's not the same technical analysis you're gonna do today and tomorrow, right? Because of course the markets always they are changing, so it's not the same. Okay, so right now here in 5-day chart we have a very obvious bullish divergence right now. Yes, it's a buy. Yes, of course. Is it still it's late? I don't think so. I think Bitcoin. I think outer leg up maybe 22, 23 maximum. Yes, but remember the trend is your friend, and here we have some signals. Like we have to pay attention. First of all, here, OBB is testing the MA55 here. Usually, the first test is a rejection. Okay, so and that is something like I am watching. Why? Because historically speaking, every time in the past when Bitcoin was above the MA55 here, as you can see here, the bottom was also in 5-day chart. But if we compare this data here, the bottom is here, right here. And also in 2015, as you can see here, yeah, you can say, oh yeah, right, amazing, right? The bottom is here, it was here, the bottom was here, very good. So if we see the next one, let me see here, let me see. I will show you here. Oh my God, the bottom is in, right? Buy, all in, right? Which price? Let me show you at $30,000. And after that, what happened? Massive crash. Okay. So that's why you think just because 2 times or 3 times your biggest or the most famous indicator you are using called the bottom in the past, that doesn't mean it's gonna do the same thing right now. And the reason is because in the higher time frames, this Bitcoin is very young. It's very, very young. It's for me was very, very innocent to think to say when I was watching some YouTubers, right? And the most concerning thing is they have a lot of subscribers, right? So the moving average, for example, 200, right? They were using the moving average 200, and they were saying every time when Bitcoin, historically speaking, is testing this moving average, the bottom is in, right? It's a very strong support. And that is something I cannot ignore. It's a fact. Like Bitcoin in the weekly chart, here, the weekly chart, let me remove this one. Yes, okay. Historically speaking, as you can see here, 2015, yes, very good, right? 2018, very good. 2020, a test, amazing, right? But after that, right now, what happened? As you can see here, well, for first time in the history, we cannot ignore the fact like Bitcoin broke here, got rejected here, broke the MA55, the MA200, tested the MA200, and after that, what happened? Well, broke the moving average 200. So what happened with your very strong indicator, right? So that's why it's very innocent when I see people, the PI cycle in 2018 called the top or the bottom, whatever. I mean, you are just testing just because you have 2 times. You know, in real traders, how many times we have to test an indicator? Okay, my mentor pushed me and I did it 1,000 times. 1,000 times. Okay, so if we want to be realistic, well, this system should be tested minimum 100 times to say, oh yeah, you know, the win rate is 60%, 65%, and after that, yes, okay, you have a realistic number. But right now, 3 times, no. And that's why I said, that's why because of this reason I said Bitcoin is too young. You cannot. I mean, you were doing this perfect, good. You were lucky, very good. It was working, but in some point, it's gonna fail. And right now, we have this problem. So that's why, as you can see here, Bitcoin is bouncing. Yes, it's gonna bounce. Yes, but the question is, remember, if by 2020, in January 1st, 2023, is below 30K, and even worse, is not above 24K, 25K, get ready because Bitcoin is gonna start trending to the downside. Okay, so that's why just I am trying to how can I say this? As a trader, you cannot see just one side of the market. Okay, always both sides. So right now it's looking better. Yes, people they are getting excited. Yes, okay. The people they are looking for a rally. Yes, but that means that rally is legit. I mean, the bottom is in. I don't think so, honestly. I don't think so. Okay. So right now we have the monthly close here. Yes. Now we have the bi-monthly also in the next 12 hours. So 2 month chart price action. And let me show you here. Okay. So the 2 month. I'm gonna delete this one. Yes, and here. Okay, good. Now, Bitcoin broke the exponential moving average 21 in bi-monthly here. So last time when we saw the same thing here was in 2018 here. Bitcoin closed below there, and after 4 months was above the MA21. So this game is very simple. Where is this moving average? 27. So that's why I said 30K is the most important level right now in the macro timeframes, right? If we, for example, in the next 2 months, that means November and December, and we see the close about 30K, you will see a green candle here, beautiful candle here in my monthly, closing about 21, and I will say, hey, this is bullish, very bullish, and I will start looking for maybe major targets. I mean, higher targets. Okay, so that's why you have to watch this area 30K. You are looking for investment. Okay, as a trader, we will talk about 4-hour chart, 12-hour, whatever, right? But as an investor, it's very important to see, to understand, like, you cannot just buy and hold thinking because this 1-hour chart is bullish. No. As investor, you for me, right? The meaning of investing is because at least I want to buy. At least I will hold for minimum 6 months, a minimum. Okay, so so I think that I'm done with my technical analysis here. Bitcoin is getting better. Yes, in monthly, yes. And now let's talk about the 1-day chart. And here, please don't mix the time frames. Okay, one thing here is the monthly. Yes, one thing. Other thing is the weekly chart. Remember, monthly is for at least 1 year price action, minimum 6 months, 1 year price action. Weekly chart is 3 months. Okay, so 1-day chart, according to my rules, my own rules as a trader, is an average 10 days. So let me show you 1-day chart. Yeah, I mean the projection in the next 10 days. Well, actually not 10 days, maybe around 2 weeks. Well, let me show you. Bitcoin right now here broke the MA55 here. Tested here the MA55, yes, and after a bounce. Is a good signal? Yes, of course it is. Is a breakout? No, it's not. Is reversal? Not yet. We don't have confirmation for reversal, not yet. Why? Well, first of all is because we will have very soon, in some point in November, in the first week of November, or maybe the second week, we will have this beautiful sell signal forming right now in curve. So in the moment when you see this sell signal here, well, Bitcoin honestly should be, I mean, that is something I'm expecting. I would like to see Bitcoin above maybe $21,000, 22, very far away from the ME21, the ME55. I want to see Bitcoin very far away. I want to see Bitcoin around maybe 22, 23. In that moment, I would like to see Bitcoin firing the sell signal. Why? Because, well, if we see this, Bitcoin will have enough time to fire the sell signal and start dropping here, and you will see how a new trend in one day chart is emerging here, and after that here to the money you want. Okay, that is something I want. Okay, but well, I cannot manipulate the markets. Of course, we are retailers, right? So that's why we have to be realistic here. If you ask me right now, Bitcoin is bullish? Yes, in one day chart. Okay, so should I buy? No, thank you. At least not me. This is like this? Yes. Why? So why, Leo? Why you are saying Bitcoin is gonna move to the upside? Yes, but why I cannot buy? Well, first of all, because the buy signal was here, okay, at 19K, around here, 19K 200, around there, in one day chart. First of all, okay. In my case, I am still in long position around here, exactly here, at $19,000, 90. Yeah, and I am still waiting for what? I wanna see Bitcoin breaking this range and start trending. Okay, the last push in weekly chart. Okay, now if we see the sell signal here in some point, for example, by the end of the first week of November, here, I wanna see Bitcoin around here, above testing resistance around $23,000. Okay, because if we see Bitcoin firing the sell signal in here in this region at 21, well, my friend, get ready, because this is gonna be a fake out, and you will see Bitcoin breaking ME55 again, and after that you will see 19K again, and potentially you will see other tests to new lows. Okay, so it's about time. Okay, so if you ask me here right now to buy, no thank you, it's not with me. First of all, because I am already, I mean, I am in the market. Okay, not here. Okay, retailers here, you know, when they like to, I mean, well, of course I am a retailer too, but let me explain more better. People who are like, okay, they are still in the process of learning, because I don't want to sound more, I don't want to be more like, I don't know. The thing here is like, professional traders or traders with experience, they are here. Okay, when people, they said this is looking bearish, right, it's gonna break. Yeah, when the market is here, they don't want to buy, they don't want nothing, because it's going to zero, right? Yeah. But it's very funny, right? Here I open a long position. Yes, I close around 20K, around I took profits around here, and I let the rest of my position run. Okay, so but here is very funny. They don't want to buy here because it's gonna crash, right? But after that, what happened? Boom, they see this bounce here, and they are buying here to the moon, right? Because they are missing out the move and to the moon, 100K. Well, I have bad news for you. You are here in long position because you are thinking here Bitcoin is going to the moon. Maybe yes. The projection is to the upside. Yes. Your probabilities are less. Yeah. So get ready, because if you see we see the sell signal in maybe, I will say in some point next week. I mean, sorry, this week for me. You will see Bitcoin like this. Okay, like this. Okay, so that's why we have to be careful here. That's why I don't want to see Bitcoin spending too much time here. I want to see Bitcoin right now pumping, keep pumping, right? After the monthly close, yes. After, I mean, I understand, right? Market makers, they don't want to move the price because the monthly is coming. Perfect, okay, I understand. But after that, I want to see Bitcoin pumping more, okay? The first target I will start looking for, of course, is around $20,000, around there. What happened with my setup here? One moment. Okay. Let me reset this. I am using the application of the desktop application of TradingView. It's better than the website, the web version, more stable, but sometimes a little bit difficult to refresh. Okay, never mind. So as you can see here, let me show you here, the biggest area of volume here right now here is, well, this area. Technically it's still resistance. Bitcoin is not breaking the resistance, not yet, at least with volume. It's not breaking. Let me remove here. I'm gonna here, okay, and here. Okay, good, perfect. So as you can see here, Bitcoin is still testing the highest point of the volume profile. So this is still resistance. Okay, it's not like Bitcoin is going to the moon, of course not. If Bitcoin breaks this area, I am looking for actually an outer leg up to around the first target should be around 22 and an extension to $22,000 300 around here. And for me, in 1 day chart, this area and this area is gonna be a sell opportunity. Okay, for me, okay. So that's why we have to be careful. Why? Because the trend is our friend. Maybe not in 1 day chart, no, but in weekly chart, this is gonna be a beautiful sell because weekly chart is in downtrend. Okay. One thing here I want to show you here is the last time when we had this setup, the slope in weekly chart, well, is like, for example, the slope here. Now we have the slope negative here. As you can see here, we have the slope here. It was a fake out here, and after a flat, and after a positive, right? So the last time we had this setup here was in 2015. Okay, the biggest difference between this price action here, and this price action here, well, here we couldn't short the market. We didn't have USDT, stable coins, we didn't have leverage, we didn't have anything like that. The only way is to trade Bitcoin is just buying Bitcoin. That's it. Okay, if you want a short, just sell and just cash out in fiat, and that's it. But the biggest difference with this move and this one, well, now we can short. That's why, please just think about it, okay? Just think about it. Okay, so now in 1 day chart, as I said before, I want to see Bitcoin breaking right now. I mean, breaking right now to the upside. No more time. I don't want, because if we see after 2-3 days here in this area, well, we will see eventually the sell signal in 1 day chart, and you will see the projection to the downside here, and you know the golden cross, right? Yes, let's buy here because the golden cross is powerful, right? I learned that in, I don't know, somewhere, right? So usually market makers, they like to kill all the newbies. They are long position here, and their stops. Where is my stop? Well, in my previous low here around 20k. Okay, so as I said before, just be careful here. Be careful. I was in short position. Yes, let me explain this. I was in short position in 4-hour chart at $20,000 650 around there. Yes, yesterday. 24 hours ago. Bitcoin drop, yeah, but as you can see here, zero line is not gonna be a sell or buy signal, and not anymore. So it's just a warning here telling me like the market, I mean, the possibilities to see Bitcoin dropping in 4-hour chart, they are less. So what I did, just I canceled my position. And after that, what happened? Bitcoin start pumping. So right now here is just the operation in 4-hour chart is just sideways here. That makes sense. Why? Because, well, remember, the monthly is coming, and it's gonna be it's gonna be a very important monthly. So in my case, I am looking for in short term, I am looking for shorts. In the very short term, of course. In the 1 day chart, I am looking for actually same. That's why I want to see. It's just about time. Okay, it's just about time. Why? The reason is because if we see 12 hours, so remember, I am using 4-hour, 12-hour, and 1 day. Okay, 3 screen system. Maybe one day in one live stream I will explain. I think I did it in 2021. You can read about the system in the book Trading the Sun. Yeah, actually, I adopted that system with my own system, 3 screen system. So as you can see here, in 12-hour chart is gonna print very close, very soon. is gonna print a sell signal into our chart. So that means any close above below $21,000 is gonna trigger the sell signal. So eventually you will see the sell signal in 1-day chart. So this is not looking very strong right now, Bitcoin. Okay, so I think I'm done. And for all the traders, usually let me be clear, I don't trade 1-hour chart. So I will just tell you what I see, but as I said before, I am not trading 1-hour chart. Okay, so this is a sell. This is a sell, as you can see here. Sell line here, of course, is not a sell. It's not a buy, of course not, but it's a warning, like the time is almost over. So when you see the sell signal here in 1-hour chart, this is gonna break here because this is resistance. All of this is a resistance. Rejected the MA55 in OBB. For me, this is a sell. A sell, and I will start looking for maybe $20,000, $200, 300. And if we see Bitcoin here, get ready because higher time frames will fire a sell signal too. Okay. So, okay, I think that's it for my technical analysis for Bitcoin in the monthly. And remember, if you're an investor, you have to watch like a hawk, right? 30K, actually 25K, about 25K in monthly, very good. About 30K, amazing, okay? In the next 2 months, okay, remember. If we don't see that, well, 10K, welcome 10K. Okay, so let's continue with the stock market. I'm gonna continue with the stock market. If you have any questions, please let me know about I don't know, cryptocurrencies, altcoins. Please let me know. Okay, I'm gonna start with the SP500 because right now SP500 is a sell for me. So that is the thing. For me, it's a sell. Maybe not today, but it's gonna be a sell for me very soon, very soon. Okay, let me show you here. Okay. One moment, very strong, right? Powerful to the moon, right? To the moon. Okay, here in this rectangle here, if you ask me to buy, no thank you. No thank you. No. The trend is your friend, and the trend is to what? Here, downside. Here, downside. Here, downside. And here, to the moon, right? No. In 1-day chart, of course, for me, this is just overextended. You know why? Because the people, they are trading the stock market. Oh, yeah, Halloween, November is bullish. Let's buy, right? Okay. So, of course, not today, but in some point next week, or maybe next week for you, for me, this week, we will see the SP500 breaking down. Okay. The question is gonna be 3,900 or 4,100. Doesn't matter. It could be this price, but the projection is gonna be like this, okay, to the downside, because there is not enough time. Now, there is a very good, very important chart right now here, and well, let me show you. We have a bullish divergence here, and I said, I think 1 month ago, when we have this bullish divergence, of course, the target should be the MA55. Right now here, the SP500 is testing here the MA21, but watch this. We have the MA100, MA55, and also the moving average MA21. And also, we are gonna see the test MA55 here. So if you're thinking here to the moon like this, of course not. It's a very strong area here, 4,000, and from there, we are gonna see continuation. That is my expectation. Of course, I could be wrong here. So as you can see here, volume profile is very important here, around 3,900. That is my target in weekly chart. Yes. Okay. Hit. Perfect. Okay. To the moon. No. How I can change my technical analysis here is very simple. I have to see this SP500 breaking here, testing maybe $4,000 for 100, and after that, all the moving average here, and also this area is gonna be a major support. When you see the pullback in some point 2023, and after that to the moon 1 million if you want. Printing money, more money, right? The inflation is over, okay? So that is the bullish scenario. Is realistic? No. Okay? At least not for me, not now. You will say, but we are gonna have a buy signal here very soon. Yes, but the problem here is, like, remember, curve is a lag indicator, right? It's a lag indicator. So I saw this bullish divergence, I think maybe, it's 1 month ago, no, 3 weeks ago, I think. and the operation is like this. And why here? Because you see higher time frames, 3,500 is the ME55. So this bounce is a normal bounce. It's a normal bounce when you see macro moving average tested. Okay, so but as you can see here, the volume profile is here. So you're thinking to go long here and buy because to the moon? No, of course it's not as smart. At least not in my case, right? So let's talk about the short term, right? 4 hour chart. What is doing this? It's green. It's powerful, right? It's gonna keep pumping. No, careful with this. Careful, because in any moment you will see a sell signal here in 4 hour chart, and this asset is gonna start breaking down. Okay, I am not expecting that is gonna happen right now. Why? Because, well, we have the monthly close. So let's see the monthly for the SP500. The monthly close is very simple. In somehow the SP500 must close above $4,130 in the next 12 hours. Okay, if we see the close above here right now, today, yes, bullish to the moon, new highs. Okay, if you see the asset closing below the mainstream, even it's not testing, maybe in the next month you will see a test around 4,000, but that test is gonna be a sell, and the reason is just price action. Okay, it's price action. That's why it's very sad to say this when I said this, but all the things I said about Bitcoin now, it depends of the stock market. At least this year is honestly for me is very sad. I am trading Bitcoin for many years, and I am very disappointed, honestly. Yeah, but that is not, it's not just my personal opinion. It's not about, it's my personal opinion doesn't matter. Okay, maybe in a podcast. Actually, I will continue with the podcast. I will talk about it. I am very disappointed about the crypto space and how, because many newbies, right? Well, never mind. Okay. So as you can see here, 12 hours. So do you think it's possible? No, I don't think so. Maybe who knows? But I don't think so. I think we will see other tests to 3,500, 600 on there. The question is if that test breaks the ME55, you will see capitulation. Okay, capitulation, something like Meta, something like Twitter, something like, and so on. Okay, so that's why for now in one day chart it still has momentum. Yes. Buy. No, thanks. No, this is not with me. I don't care. Here, yeah, and here, no, thanks. No. Okay, so let's continue with Baba. Yeah, Baba was a very good buy, I think, in July, I think, when I call it at 75, and now it's making new lows. Wow, amazing. Let me see here. Yeah, the trend is your friend. Here I was, I remember here at 75 around here, and I said 120. This bounce here, when you see this area of demand supply here to the moon. No, this is just continuation, and as you can see here, new lows here. So if you are thinking here Baba is gonna break down more, maybe yes, but I cannot be bearish here. I cannot be. Okay, here is for longs, or if you're an investor. I am a financial advisor, remember. For me, I would start looking for opportunities in the long term. Okay, no shorts. Shorting was at 120. Here is very stupid shorting. Okay, here let me see. Weekly chart, we don't have volumes variance, but the development of this of the monitor here in curve is a lot actually. So maybe in Q1 we will see a bounce, and the next the target should be around 93, 100, I think. So let me see the monthly, because the monthly, yeah, I want to see we will see a buy signal very soon in maybe in 2023, I think. For me, I cannot be bearish here. I cannot. Okay, so let's continue. Let me see what time is it. Okay, we have 15 minutes left. So let me see just Cardano. No, sorry, Ethereum. What is doing Ethereum right now? Let me see. Ethereum, okay. Ethereum is gonna close the monthly, and well, very good. Ethereum is closing much better the monthly than Bitcoin. And let's see. Because right now with setup here, testing the sell line here. Remember, it's not a buy signal here, not anymore. But if we see the close like this today above $1,400, 150, better 1,700 actually, I will start looking for maybe 3,000 in 2023. I will start looking for. You know what? Is looking right now, this price action is looking more like maybe we will see sideways, something like this. Something like this. Something like this. Okay. Something like this. Like a ping pong here. Like this. That is something like I was thinking recently, because usually when I see this price action here like this, holding, and here you ask me right now, to be bearish right now for with Ethereum, with this setup, no, I cannot be. I mean, like super bearish, of course not. So let me see the weekly chart. The weekly chart. Let me remove this. Crossing zero line. Nope. No. I think at least other test to maybe 2,000. 2,000. I will start looking for maybe a short, maybe yes. But look at this. You will see a buy signal here potentially in 2023 here. You know what? This price action is looking more like Matic right now. Matic, for me, is amazing what is doing Matic right now, because Matic is doing something like, for me, is one of the strongest altcoins right now. I am not saying like buy right now. Of course not. I will not buy here because I am not. Well, I have risk management, right? But look at this. It's just beautiful. What is doing Matic right now here is, of course, remember the first test, always is going to be a drop here, but instead, actually the drop was correct, but instead now is in sideways here. So when you see the solid line testing here, maybe in November, December, by the end of November, December here, Matic should be around $1, and after that you will see Matic around 1.7 or 2. So far so good. This is one of the coins I really like. How is looking? Buying there, not me. I don't care. Yeah. No, not me. Because still we have the sell signal present in weekly chart. If that you think, oh, it's bullish, why you don't buy, right? Well, now you know why. I have to see the sell line tested here, not because I'm gonna buy here. No, it's because the possibilities to see a downside, they are lower. Okay, so I think that's it. Now Bitcoin is moving. Let me see here. I think 1 hour chart. Yeah, it's dropping here. Maybe I will consider to open another short position here. Maybe, but I don't know. I need to see the chart. After I finish the live stream, I think I will do it. Let's see. I will think about it. Let me see here. It's because this is just sideways, and I don't feel comfortable shorting the market right now when I see this, right? When I see this, I don't feel comfortable here. I want to short the market when we see the darker blue here. Of course, supported with better divergence is much better, because you have better probabilities to see the result, right? You want. But here, the target should be around here, the exponential moving average MA55, and from there maybe we'll see continuation. But let's see. Right now looks like one moment. You know what? I will do it, but of course with low leverage. I will just open a short here, looking for this green box here. I know maybe the setup is not the best, because 4 hour chart is not looking great. But I didn't trade for maybe 4 days, so it's fine. Not the best setup, but remember, I am not financial advisor. Okay, if you want to do whatever you want, it's up to you. Okay, good. Let's see. Right now in 4 hour chart we have this continuation potentially, yes. Let me see here in 1 hour chart. Yes, we are gonna see the sell signal soon. In curve, let me see here. Yes, potentially we are gonna see the sell signal soon. Breaking the exponential moving average right now, this one. Yes, we will see other test to $20,000 to 100, and if I am right with this is gonna trigger the sell signal in 1 day chart. Okay. Okay, so let's continue with, I think that's it. That's it. Okay, that's it. Yeah, one thing here, the total two for all the altcoins, right? Because now people, oh yeah, if Bitcoin is bullish to the moon right now, altcoins, right? Remember, we are in an in Bitcoin season, okay? When you see the Bitcoin dominance very low, it's not very smart to be extremely bullish with altcoins, because we are technically in Bitcoin season, okay? So I will be just careful with very picky, very picky with my altcoins, okay? So maybe just the top 10 altcoins, no more than that. So let me see here the monthly, because the monthly is the chart I want to see because November is coming. So let's see. Sorry, I said many times I don't like TradingView, but well, never mind. Okay, we have the monthly. Monthly, yeah, it's bouncing here about the MI55 is good. Yes, not the best setup here. If we want to see reversal here, or at least after continuation, I want to see the monthly closing about 630. So about this box here, I want to see the close about there. So if we see the close, for example, this month November, I am not looking for a massive rally. Is looking better? Yes, it's looking better, but this is gonna take time. Maybe in January, no, February, March. I think we'll see something like this, right? Something like this. So the level here is very simple. Here 500, 510. Any close below this area, you will see capitulation from many altcoins. Okay, so but as I said before, Bitcoin right now is looking better. Yes, we have a chance, or Bitcoin has a chance to see to see higher prices. Yes. One thing I missed here in one day chart is this. Let me show you. One moment here. Okay, here for Bitcoin, in this bullish momentum right now we still have is very dangerous, right? As I said before, it's gonna be destroyed if Bitcoin close below 20k. Okay, any close below 20k, we will see other test to 19k. Okay, so that's why Bitcoin must hold $20,000. Okay. Okay, just one thing, James, for example, in my case, I am a swing trader. I like to see macro timeframes because I prefer to open positions and hold and wait for maybe one, I don't know, 2 weeks, 1 month. I was a scalper, but no, I prefer my health. So that's why I decided to move, and I'm swing trader. So if you want to become a swing trader, you have to see always macro to micro, right? From macro to micro. So that means if you are trading one day chart, at least in my case, if I am trading one day chart, I like to see weekly chart. If I want to trade weekly charts, I have to see the monthly chart. And in the monthly chart is very good. Why? Because you can get a better idea what is happening right now, and if you apply price action, of course, you can get a better idea what the asset could, based on probabilities, what could do in the next maybe 6 months. It's not like I have a crystal ball. For example, I did the same thing here when Bitcoin was at $60,000, and I said in 2021, well, this is like this, right? Of course, now you can see, yeah, Bitcoin crash. But in that time, people said, no, Bitcoin will hit 100K. Okay. Right now, I'm telling you here, for me, it's very hard to be bearish right now, especially if the monthly is closing about 20K. And also, we have here the signature here, this buy signal here. For me, it's going to be very hard to see Bitcoin at 10K, at least not this year. And I will start looking for moves to the upside, of course, in the next minimum 6 months. So that means Q1 2023. But that doesn't mean Bitcoin is going to reverse. No. As I said before, using just price action here, when you have more confluence here of candles, as you can see here, the key level here is 30K. 30K. Any close, if you see Bitcoin closing below here, below this area, in 2022, is gonna be very, very difficult. It's gonna be a very good resistance. Actually, for me, it's gonna be a very good resistance and very good short opportunity, maybe, if I see Bitcoin there. Okay. So, okay, I think that's it, guys. That's it, guys, for today. Let's see if tomorrow we have Bitcoin has just $400, $500. It's very interesting, right? Because I mean, around 12 hours left for the monthly close, and Bitcoin is dropping right now. You know what will be very funny? If Bitcoin just we see a red candle here, closing below the 20K. Before the monthly close. That will be very, very interesting. Yeah, but let's see. Tomorrow, let's see what happened. Recap for Bitcoin in the very, very short term, 4 hour chart. Yeah, 4 hour chart is the time frame I am trading usually here. We have the various averaging from this point and this point, and also we'll have in 12 hour chart we have a sell signal, and potentially one day we will have a sell signal. So the target should be around the ME55, and actually always is gonna be the ME55, this area. Breaking this area 20K, remember, we will see the signal in 1 day chart, and that means this formation, right? You know, it's very interesting because in my community, people, they like to send me very often, very, very often this, right? They like to send me this, the triangle, right? Because this is broken. It's very funny. You have no idea how many people they are doing this garbage, right? Like this. It's unbelievable, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if we see Bitcoin breaking this. Yeah, all the people who are entering in long position right now here, because the triangle, right, is broken, right, to the moon, right, like this, right, to the moon. Well, they will get wrecked. Okay. And this is not the first time. This is not the first time. Many times. For example, here, yeah, triangles here everywhere, right? And that is my problem with classic technical analysis, right? Some people, they see this triangle right now here, for example, here. Some traders, yeah, bullish, right? Other people, they were watching this as something like this, right? So which one is the correct? Which one? Now you know why I have just 500 subscribers, because I am not saying I don't have thumbnails with my meme face, right? I'm calling for Bitcoin 1 million in 2023, right? No, the idea of this channel is, like all the traders, they are here is because they want to learn, they want to improve their performance as a traders. Okay, in my case, I am doing this every day since I started almost, oh my god, almost 9 years ago. Amazing, right? Okay, Bitcoin is dumping. Okay, I want to see a little bit. Okay, I want to see, because maybe I will close my short right now. Let me see. So let me see here in 1 hour chart what is doing Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is dumping. Let's see. Okay, breaking the ME55. Okay, very good. For example, here, if you are right now in 1 hour chart, for example, right now here, one of the biggest mistakes I can see for many traders, they open a short position and they just, in 1 hour chart, for example, right? When you are trading for a 1 hour chart, you have to see the chart. You cannot do anything else. You cannot have dinner or watch a movie. No. Because in 1 second, for example, here, all the people, they open a long position here in just less than what, 2 minutes, they got wrecked. Okay, so you are 4 hour chart, you are trading 4 hour chart, is the average time is 24 hours. So that means, for example, if you open a short position here, and if you see the asset is not moving, you have 2 options. Or said, okay, maybe I will wait a little bit more, but your possibilities to see your trade, to win that trade they are less, the possibilities. Okay, so right now here, right now in 1 hour chart, this area should be the area to watch. Around $20,000 to 100, that is the area. Any close below this area, you will see a leg down all the way down to 20K. 20K, if this area breaks, well, maybe the monthly is not gonna be bullish. Well, okay, James, good question. Good question. I was using moving average, but all the things you see here, all the things here is because I back tested it. All the indicators. Okay. Every time when I want to use a new indicator, I back test that indicator at least 100 times. At least. So what happened? When I started using the moving average, I realized it's good, yes, but in very, very high time frames. I will say maybe 3-day chart or very, very long term. Because in 1-day chart or 4-hour chart, you will have to wait a lot of time and you will miss a lot of opportunities, and sometimes it's not gonna be effective. That's why I like to use exponential moving average, because they are more reactive. Of course, all the moving averages they have delay, but I prefer exponential moving average, and especially exponential ME55. ME55 actually is the core is the pivot of my system of trading. And why? Because the answer is simple. I back tested this moving average, and is where I got better results in the long term. So right now Bitcoin is dumping here. It's in, I mean, well, it's just in sideways, where this is the resistance and this should be the support here. You see here. So ping pong, right? Something like this. So now here, remember, if Bitcoin breaks $20,000 to 100, we will see higher time frames firing a sell signal. For example, the 1-day chart. 1-day chart is not looking very healthy right now, as you can see here. It's not looking very healthy. As you can see here, we can say, okay, this is the pivot around here. This confluence here. Where is ME55? You see today, for example, a red candle here closing below the ME21 and ME55. Well, something like this. Something like this today, for example. All this formation. Remember the bullish triangle, right? This bullish triangle is gonna be just a fake out, and you will see again $19,000 tested, because this was a bull trap, and that is gonna be a very big problem for the monthly and so on, etc. Higher time frames. Remember, Bitcoin is in downtrend weekly chart, so it will take months to see Bitcoin reversing the trend. Okay, guys, I think that's it. I will keep my position open. I want to see the ME55 tested in 4-hour chart. And maybe after that, if I see that test, I will consider maybe closing my position. Very close, actually. Yeah, around $20,000 to 100, around there, around here. If I see Bitcoin testing this area, I will start looking for maybe I will close. Okay, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you, and well, see you tomorrow.